Head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken. And the violence causes such silence. Who are we mistaken?
You will never feed in this.
But you see, it's not me, it's not my family.
You have to help me.
In your head, they are
Good to see
fighting
you, Tank.
with their tanks and their
Mai,
bombs.
Kaishakunin.
For a reason!
In your head, they are crying.
Richtofen, we must discuss Monty's plan. Yes, the children will grow up and live in their perfect universe. But the blood vials, they will not break the cycle as you believe.
Our greatest strength has always been our unity. Even in our darkest hour, we have stood shoulder to shoulder, united.
I am honored by your faith in our mission, Takio. I am proud to call you ally and friend.
No matter what crazy chaos is coming, we'll fight side by side, back to back. Even if it's for the last time.
The Elgato is not for us! Not me. Not you! Not anyone! We're going back to the house to kill him! And burn it all to the ground! Die! The evil! The evil!
Messieurs, dames, bienvenue. J'espère que vous allez bien. J'espère que vous êtes hypés parce que ce soir, lundi 23 septembre, pas le 22, pas le 24, mais lundi 23 septembre, messieurs, dames, il est temps de fêter ensemble la fin de l'éther. Oui, oui. Bienvenue tout le monde. Bonjour, bienvenue ce soir. Bienvenue tout le monde ce soir, c'est la dernière map de Black Ops 4, la dernière map de l'éther. Tag vers Totem ce soir. Et avant de commencer, ceux qui disent que c'est la vie de Kenshin, ce n'est pas la vidéo de Kenshin, messieurs dames, c'est la vidéo de Ghost, je sais pas quoi. Kenshin, il a repris la vidéo, il a mis des sous-titres. Donc arrêtez de faire les malins. Si vous pensez plus malin que tout le monde, dégagez, hein. En tout cas, bienvenue tout le monde. Ce soir, on a une soirée exceptionnelle qui nous attend, puisqu'il y a d'abord le live stream de Treyarch à 18h. Le live stream de Treyarch à 18h, où ils vont parler de la nouvelle opération. On va regarder ça ensemble, on va essayer de traduire tout ce qu'ils disent. Il y aura du gameplay de Tag der Toten, il y aura du gameplay de la nouvelle map Blackout, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire pour la nouvelle mise à jour Blackout. Il y aura quoi d'autre? Il y aura quoi d'autre? Du multi et Greg Houston qui va nous parler de tout ça. Donc on a une soirée exceptionnelle qui nous attend. Bienvenue en tout cas, hein. La map zombie est censée sortir à 19h. Merci beaucoup Dylan. Le plaisir, bienvenue dans la Sbamili Dylan. Bienvenue tout le monde. Mouse, t'es hype comme jamais, je suis hype comme Jaja. J'espère que vous êtes hype. S'il y en a qui sont hype dans le chat, n'hésitez pas à me mettre hashtag hype. Et bienvenue à tous les membres du clan des Demi-Dieux. Je les vois même plus les Demi-Dieux, ils sont où? Ils sont où? On a Thomas Grégoire, Gifu Gaming, Geoffrey, Geoffrey, comment tu vas Geoffrey? Chance le Gitan, Pierre, Thierry, comment tu vas mon Pierrot? Hein? Nossi 28, Juju, Darky, Rudy, Renard, OCB, Golgot, qui est là? Zamblax, Fkeizac. Bienvenue tout le monde. Bienvenue. Blackfire, Koch, Clairette, wouh! Killer You. Les Demi-Dieux, vous êtes beaux gosses. Hein? J'espère que vous êtes bien habillés ce soir parce que c'est insane. Bienvenue à Lusigno, Julien, Epic, Bra, YouTube Ibra, Vic, Matt Pro, David Mason, YouTube, G2L Light, The Flame, Jury, The Gamer, le joueur simple, Laser Whis, Axel, Axeloud, c'est ça, Axeloud. Salut Sébastien, comment tu vas? Je vais extrêmement bien mon Sébastien. Draco bye bye. Michael, le meilleur Michael, le plus beau. Bienvenue tout le monde. Thomas Boisson, le live commence dans 5 minutes. J'espère que vous êtes hypés. Hein. Si c'est le cas, petit like, petit pouce bleu, vous connaissez les bails. En attendant, avez-vous vu? Et merci beaucoup à tous ceux qui nous rejoignent. Hein. Merci beaucoup, bienvenue Fleets sur Twitch. Avez-vous vu, messieurs, dames, le nouveau trailer qui est sorti? Ça dure 1 minute, on va le regarder ensemble parce que ça risque d'être insane. J'ai un peu le nez bouché là, je vous avoue. Alors, official Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Et Michoubidou.
Bienvenue dans le clan des Demi-Dieux.
Qui rejoint le clan des Demi-Dieux. Michoubidou! Bienvenue, Michou, Bidou, dans le clan des demi-dieux. Bienvenue, mon pote. Je profite de ton badge, de tes emotes insane et de tout ce qui va avec, parce que tu es insane, Michou, Bidou. Tu es insane, tu le sais. Messieurs, dames, il est temps, avant de regarder Treyarch, de regarder ce nouveau trailer. J'espère que vous allez bien. C'est quoi cette musique de... C'est quoi cette musique où t'as envie de décéder, là, Jean-Michel? Réveille-toi un petit peu! On y va, c'est parti. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Je l'ai déjà vu.
I think I understand.
Ça dure 1 minute. Hein.
I know why I am here.
Woo! The epic conclusion.
Of course this would happen to us. Calm down.
Call of the Dead Remaster, messieurs, dames.
They're here, just like I dreamt it. They're here.
Ah, repose-toi bien, je vous dis.
The madness is nearly over, but one thing remains.
Ça, c'est stylé, ça. Ça, c'est stylé, ça. Opération Dark Divide, qui est disponible aujourd'hui. Il est disponible aujourd'hui. Je sais qu'il y en a qui sont surpris du fait que ce soit disponible aujourd'hui, puisque d'habitude c'est le mardi, vous le savez. Mais c'est bel et bien aujourd'hui, lundi. Hein. C'est bel et bien aujourd'hui, lundi, que la nouvelle opération est disponible. Salut Nitro, Raiko, comment tu vas? Nice Sébastien. Donc soyez prêts à télécharger la map dès 19h. Apparemment la map sera disponible et on sera dès 19h sur la recherche du secret. Et dans notre but, messieurs dames, regardez-moi bien dans les yeux. C'est la première fois que je vais vous le dire. Notre but c'est d'être premiers mondiaux. Est-ce que c'est clair? Est-ce que vous m'avez entendu ou est-ce que j'ai besoin de le répéter? Premiers mondiaux. C'est clair? Donc avec nous, avec vous, tous ensemble, la Sbamili, le clan des demi-dieux, nous allons être premiers mondiaux. Hashtag hype dans le chat, let's go. Je veux voir tout le monde qui met hashtag hype dans le chat. Baby! Pas encore mon smoking style. Pas encore. C'est téléchargeable à partir de quelle heure? J'imagine 19h, hein. J'imagine 19h. Messieurs, dames, plus que 2 minutes et 30 secondes avant le début du live de Treyarch. Il est temps de vous frotter les mains, il est temps de danser la Macarena, je sais pas moi, faites quelque chose. Faites quelque chose, levez-vous. En espérant que les requins ne tuent pas en 4 heures, on va croiser les doigts. Hein. Ah, il est aux bonnes heures, Smokine. Il est aux bonnes heures, Smokine. T'es triste, Edouard? Pourquoi t'es triste, Edouard? Pourquoi? Bienvenue, on est 350 sur le live. Bienvenue tout le monde, on est quasiment à 150 likes. La hype est insupportable. La hype est insoutenable, messieurs, dames. Donc si vous êtes hypé, si vous avez hâte de cette nouvelle opération, là ce qu'on va voir ce soir c'est du contenu Blackout, multijoueur et zombies. Et à partir de 19h on sera directement into the game, into the map, into the recherche du secret, into the premiers mondiaux, into the aïe 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 aïe. Donc laissez un like, et quand c'est fait vous mettez quoi? Hashtag like. C'est ça qu'ils mettent Jean-Michel? Hashtag like. Dépêchez-vous là. Voyez le chat qui est là? Je veux voir uniquement des hashtags like. On est prêts? On fait un petit décompte? Hein? Tous ensemble comme ça là. Wouhou! 5 4 3 2 1 Hashtag like, messieurs dames, 1 minute. Si vous êtes membre du clan des demi-dieux, utilisez-moi cette emote là. Dépêchez-vous les demi-dieux. Manifestez-vous. Je sais la scène, calmez-vous. D'abord, je vois des hashtags like, ensuite on switch. 40 secondes, messieurs, dames. Il est temps de switcher, messieurs, dames. 30 29, 28 26 Allez, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby! Il y aura l'intro Treyarch à la mode Avengers. Oh, insane! Ah, 11 ans! 11 ans que cette histoire de l'éther nous suit. 11 ans, messieurs, dames! Et ce soir, nous allons vivre la fin de cette histoire ensemble, main dans la main. Comme ça! Bientôt 100 membres du clan des demi-dieux, donc n'hésitez pas. Si vous voulez devenir membre du clan des demi-dieux, être encore plus beau, être encore plus insane, n'hésitez pas, point d'exclamation sub dans le chat. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? C'est le trailer?
Good versus evil. The world hangs in the balance. At any moment, one little push.
Launch de Black Ops 1?
And you've fallen into darkness.
Moving on me.
Cet automne,
Keep it tight.
le combat pour le pouvoir. Des exos! Un tank!
I will help you understand what power truly is.
Des exosquelettes! Available now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm John Raffis, and welcome to Treyarch. Hope you had a great weekend. It is Monday, and we are mere moments away from the launch of our 6th and final installment in this season of content, Operation Dark Divide. We are going full throttle superheroes versus villains. And in case you're wondering what else might be in store, we brought with us a content roadmap for things that you can expect to roll out over the course of the next several weeks.
Les méchants.
Also today marks the launch of DLC 4 for Zombies, or Tag der Toten, the final installment in this year's Zombies Adventures, and the culmination of the Ether storyline. To catch us up on that, and to get us into the world of the undead, we recently had the opportunity to sit down with several members of the Zombies team.
Oh, dis-moi qu'il y a Jason Blundell.
As we pick up the Ether story after the events of Alpha Omega, we now have Ultimus and Primus working together. That was a really, really fun
Avec Alpha Omega, on a vu comment Ultimus et
really,
Primus
to get to the end of the story, it becomes apparent that they also are going to want a little bit more help.
Ils ont besoin d'un peu plus
DLC
d'aide.
4 is always a special one. It's at the end of each arc, right? DLC 4, your expectations, your story is kind of built to a certain point. It's also the place where we give you a couple of zingers. It's a place where we challenge the community, and this being the very end of the Ether story, means we got a surprise in store for everyone.
So when players get to Tag the Tone, they're going to immediately recognize this is an iconic classic location from a previous Call of Duty map, Call of the Dead. But something's different about it. Call of the Dead actually took place in the future,
Il est là,
whereas
monsieur
Tag the Tone is
dame!
going to take place in the past.
So previously you heard some audio recordings of Richtofen experimenting on the Ecrans crew. And now, in this map, you'll be able to see where that took place. In Tag der Toten, the map is set in the daytime. So now lines of sight are a lot farther.
We really wanted to play around with verticality gameplay. We have features such
gameplay
as the
vertical.
flingers, zip lines, and we have a bunch of geometry where we can platform around zombies to get around zombies faster.
J'aime ça, ça. Oh, j'aime
we have
ça.
a new perk called Blaze Phase, and we're
Le
also
nouvel
bringing
atout.
back 2 fan favorite elixirs, Power Vacuum,
2 élixirs,
and Secret Shopper.
First you've got
boutique
Power
secrète
Vacuum,
et
which gives you
Dolus bonus.
a increased chance to
Sont
get
de
power
retour.
drops. And also there's no restrictions on the number
Oh là là,
of
Dolus
drops in the
bonus, ça va
round.
être cheaté.
So it's just raining power-ups and then you just go vacuum them all up. The next thing is Secret Shopper. This one allows you to buy ammo for your weapon at any wall buy location. And unlike the last
Boutique
game,
secrète.
you can now buy ammo for your wonder weapon.
Vous pouvez,
The new weapon
vous pouvez acheter
Wunderwaffe DG Scharfschütze.
Wunderwaffe DG Scharfschütze, le sniper Wunderwaffe
Electrify
est là.
zombies in an area from very far away.
Vous pouvez maintenant acheter des balles pour les armes spéciales.
The Siberian facility, it's bringing the characters full circle. It's, you know, they've been trying to escape from the cycles that
Ils
they've been
reviennent
in
au
ever
début
since
du cycle.
They broke out of Blood of the Dead, but in a lot of ways they have to just keep confronting their past.
The best thing about
Ils ont brisé le cycle avec Blood of the Dead, mais ils sont quand même obligés de confronter leur passé.
All the
C'est qui
associated
lui? On l'a jamais vu
narrative with
là.
it.
Tu sors d'où?
It's always great when the fans try to piece together kind of what we're doing.
We've been on this wild ride for zombies for so long, again, over a decade of making zombies, and to see the Ether storyline finally come to a conclusion,
Ça fait plus de
it's pretty
10 ans.
emotional.
Ça fait plus de 10 ans qu'on est sur l'histoire de
There's
l'Ether.
been so
Et
much,
voir
so
que
many
cette
ups
histoire
and
arrive à la
downs, so many
fin,
different maps, and
c'est
so many
émotionnel.
stories that we've told within the larger narrative.
Tellement
It's actually
d'histoires qu'on a
pretty
racontées.
exciting for fans and the hardcore zombies community to really experience this final map for us.
As the curtains are coming to a close, I suppose the kind of final message I would say is,
Le dernier
first
message.
of all, to the team. If I've received any success through all this time, it's because I've been standing on the shoulders of giants. And so the team have never let me down in any endeavor we've done over the past 10 years.
Il remercie
for
l'équipe
zombies,
avec
and
qui il a
it kind
travaillé.
of chokes me up to kind of think about that because they rocked and rolled through the whole thing. And
Ils étaient avec moi du début jusqu'à la fin.
amazing game content.
Et finalement, on a un jeu qui est insane.
Each and every one of them can be incredibly proud
Et
of.
chacun d'entre
Big
eux
thank you to all of our zombies
peut
fans and the
être
whole
fier de
community
lui.
out there. You guys have been along for the ride on this one through all these different maps. You've been there the whole time.
A huge kind of heartfelt thank you to each and every member out there.
Merci
all
à
of
tous les
their
membres.
opinions and their passion.
Toutes leurs
mean the world to me,
opinions.
and I know to the team.
Here
Un
with
grand
us in
merci à
studio
l'équipe.
today to talk to us about all things zombies
Ça,
and
c'est en
catch us
direct.
up on what to
Mais en fait, c'est
expect
une
with
vidéo, les
Tag
gars.
der Toten. We've got their lead writer, Craig Houston. Craig, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure, John. Good to see you.
Ouais,
Oh,
Gustavo.
good to see you too. Okay, there's a lot to cover here.
Yes.
This is the conclusion of the Ether
Yes.
La
storyline.
fin de l'histoire de l'Ether.
Bring us up to speed. Recap the major events that
Récapitule
brought us to this moment.
tous les
There's
events
been
qui
so
sont
many
passés
major
depuis.
events. It's been quite the ride. But most recently, the characters,
Les personnages
Ultimus and Primus, managed to break
Ultimus et
themselves
Primus
out of the loop that they'd been stuck in through
ont réussi à sortir
Blackout
du
3
cycle.
and that whole
Ils étaient
storyline with
bloqués dans
collecting
Blackout 3.
souls and stuff. We now have Primus Nikolai in charge with a
Nous
full
avons maintenant
knowledge
Primus
of
Nikolai
what
qui
lays
est en
in store
charge
for
du
them,
projet, qui est
taking
le
the
leader,
characters on yet another journey into what's the unknown
qui mène les
for
personnages
our
dans une
fans,
nouvelle
but it's
aventure.
all in Nikolai's head now. He knows where we're going.
All right.
Nicolas,
But
il
if you
sait
could,
où est-ce qu'on va. Nicolas, il sait où est-ce
kind
qu'on
of
va.
explain to our viewers, like, why this, why here,
Est-ce que tu peux
why
expliquer à nos
now?
viewers pourquoi ça,
It's
pourquoi
my
ci,
understanding
pourquoi
that
ça?
the comic book series has really kind of helped set us up to
Les
help bring
BD
us this
nous
moment.
permettent de mieux
Give
comprendre
us a little bit of that
l'histoire. Est-ce que tu
context.
peux nous donner
Yeah,
un peu
the,
plus de ce
the
contenu
comic
là,
book
Monsieur Craig
series, if
Houston?
everyone remembers this fun one, which we did years ago, and that is kind of instrumental for setting up a lot of the
La première BD qu'ils ont
story that
sortie
we're going to be exploring in the new
permet
map.
de mettre en place
We have the
l'histoire.
reintroduction of the Victus crew, who've
On a
been sitting in
le
ice
retour de Victus.
at the end of the comic book. In Alcatraz, people will remember seeing them in their little pods and
étaient
Blood of the
dans
Dead. And
Alcatraz,
of course, people
dans
speculated
les
as
cellules de
to whether they
cryogénisation.
would get out of the pods. And as people have now seen, they have indeed gotten out of the pods.
Ils sont sortis
And they are
des
once
cellules.
again acting as
Ils sont encore une fois
agents for Richtofen and Nikolai in particular. Poor Samuel
en
Stullinger
train
still
d'agir
got
comme
the
des
blessing of
agents
hearing
de
Richtofen in his
Nikolai
head,
et
which
de
is
Richtofen.
always fun. But the characters are being guided a little bit by Nikolai because he needs them
Ah, les
to go
Victis a été
certain
guidés par
places and
Nikolai.
achieve certain things for the benefit of
Parce que Nikolai a besoin que Victis aille
Why
chercher
this place?
des objets
Well, talk about
qui
things coming
permettront
full circle.
d'avoir une meilleure fin.
We're going to the Group 935 facility in Siberia that was where so
Dans le
much of
tour
our
à
story
Call of the
really
Dead.
began with the original
Là où
test
l'histoire a
subjects.
commencé, puisque
Right. So I had that
faut savoir
a
que
little further
Ultimis
down on my
était
list. I wanted to come back to the importance of
des
the
combats, il
the
faisait des
935 group.
effectuer des expériences sur
touch on now.
Ultimis.
I guess one of the, like I say, much like we did in Alpha Omega, there's a lot of elements that have been sitting in the story that people kind of need some closure on, or also some dots connected.
Avec
Going
Alpha
to
Omega.
this Siberian facility is going to allow us to do that because Group 935, as I say, that's
Tag
where
Delta 10 va permettre de mettre des points
they did
finaux
some of their
à
most
certaines questions qu'on
nefarious
avait dans Alpha
work.
Omega.
And there are people and there are objects
Il y a des gens
in the
et des objets.
location that are going to be essential for Nikolai to achieve what he knows he needs to achieve.
Yeah.
Il y a
All
des,
right.
il y a des, il y a des personnes et des objets dont Nikolai a besoin qui sont dans cette map.
For Alpha Omega, we talked a little bit about the writing process.
Yes.
And just to kind of give people an idea of the brilliance that is lodged between those years, but the amount of work that requires to bring a story of this complexity to life. You brought some visual aid.
There's one particular visual aid. I mean, obviously, like everything else, this is a team effort and there's a huge number of people that work on it. And for 10 years, we've had so many elements building between our design departments, our audio departments, our art departments, our narrative department. But the heavy lifting part of it, and this is something I don't know if people really understand when we do these Zombies DLCs, is within the space of around 3 months, we have to write and record an entire script.
En 3 mois, on doit record
In
un
the
script
case of
entier.
Alpha Omega, that was
Ça, c'est le script
3
d'Alpha
months
Omega.
of work. And you know, these
En
aren't
3 mois,
blank
c'est le
pages,
script
these
d'Alpha
are
Omega,
just
ça.
solid pages of dialogue.
Salut,
And, you know,
Cyril.
I wanted to, that was a nice sound, because we mentioned it last time, the sheer volume of writing work and recording work that went into it. And because of the nature of Zombies, I don't think people realize what 5,500 lines looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It also looks like bags under my eyes
5,500
and
lignes.
considerable stress, but it's all driven by passion and love.
But whenever you talk about sort of numbers and
Un
lines,
travail
there are probably no
mené, qui
weightier
est
lines
dirigé
than
par
the
la
ones
passion et
carrying this
l'amour,
time.
messieurs dames.
Probably some heavy-duty material to cover.
Yeah, I
Salut,
think at
Dexter,
the end
comment
of the
tu vas?
last stream I actually said, I've got to run
Bien
off
sûr.
and finish it. I was kind of in the middle of it, and I'm now through that entire process.
J'ai pas entendu la question, hein. C'était quoi la question?
It's been
Il est au
quite the
milieu du
ride. It's
processus.
been quite the ride. I'm very, very interested to see how everyone reacts to it because,
Il est intéressé de
again,
voir
as we
comment est-ce
did
que la
with Alpha
communauté va
Omega, we did
réagir.
something a little bit different this time.
Ils ont fait quelque chose de
For the
différent
map,
d'Alpha
as
Omega.
people should know by now, we're going to be playing as the Victus crew.
Vous allez
Which is
jouer en
great
tant que
to bring them
Victis.
back. You know, as I say, we kept them on ice for a few years, wondering how
les a gardés
and
sous
when
glace.
they would return, but we always knew they would.
De voir
But
comment est-ce
what's
qu'ils vont revenir.
really fun this time round is Ultimus and Primus. They're not
Ultimus et
fighting
Primus.
zombies at the moment. They are actually in another location.
Ultimis et Primus sont dans un
having a
autre
really
endroit.
good time.
En
They're
train
telling some
d'avoir un
stories,
bon moment, de
they're
passer un
telling
bon
some
moment.
jokes. There's going to be some truths come out. There's going to be some things revealed
Ils ne sont
about
pas en train
both
de se
Primus
battre
and
contre des
Ultimus
zombies.
that people perhaps didn't really know. They're even going to sing a song. You know, people
Ils
have
vont
seen in the
chanter une
cutscene
chanson?
that, yeah, they're having a drink and they're having a good time, and by God, they've deserved it after everything they've been through. So it's on
Ultimis et
for
Primus vont chanter une
Victus to
chanson.
do all the hard work this time.
C'est
Well,
Victis qui doit
speaking
faire tout le boulot.
of that having a good time, you brought with us, you brought the intro cutscene.
L'intro.
And so there are a couple things going on
L'intro
that
de
will
Tag Delta
sort
10.
of raise some eyebrows for fans of Blood of the Dead, the
Yep.
Campfire, Frozen Forest. There's
Yep.
a lot to unpack here. Set this
all
up for us.
connected. It's all connected. As I said earlier, the
Tout est
location
connecté,
they're
la
at
Frozen
is
Forest.
really, really important. I don't want to give too much away, but there are other guest characters that people have speculated
Il y a
in or
d'autres
wondered
invités.
about for a long, long time. But really, so much of what's tied into this location and its history. I mean, people that remember the original Call of the Dead, George Romero in his intro was talking about, he found all these weird documents of all these crazy experiments in. And the original map, you didn't see any evidence of that, really. You know, it was mostly a coastal area. But just as we did in Alpha Omega, this is a substantially larger play space, and people are going to be able to
Comme Alpha Omega, la map est plus grande que Call of the Dead.
Find out things they didn't know before and meet characters.
Ils vont trouver des choses qu'ils ne savaient pas et des personnages qu'ils n'ont jamais rencontrés avant.
Interesting.
All right. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of that today with
I just don't want anyone to call me that when all this is done. There'll be a few other names.
Des nouveaux personnages qu'on n'a jamais vus, les gars.
Okay, then with that, then let's roll the intro.
L'intro, les gars, l'intro. Le piano. On l'a déjà vu ça, non? Ah, ils ont combiné les deux. Ok.
What? Are you serious?
Ils ont combiné les deux intros.
No way. Dude, that's awesome!
Dude, that's awesome! Stu? Oh my. Someone's been busy.
Your journeyman pal asked if we wanted to live. This don't feel like living.
Calm down, everybody. Everything's fine.
Ça, on a déjà vu, les gars.
We're going to be fine. Okay?
Frozen forest.
My friends, old and new, we stand on the brink of victory. Element 115, Group 935. The Celtic Scourge, the MPD, the Apothecaries, all of it will soon be gone. But tonight, we celebrate.
Salut Ed. Salut Pognon.
We got a whole bunch of maggot feeders headed downstairs. And we ain't got no weapons.
Yes, I'm telling them now, but they're all a teensy bit grumpy because they just woke up.
Hey, Stu, you want to be a bit more specific about what the voice in your head is actually saying?
Dr. Minty? What?
Dr.
Is he like a bad guy? We gotta go.
J'ai pas de mise à jour là.
With this power and the means to control it, we can go wherever we choose. At last, we can return to our homes, our old lives, our families.
I've got to be honest with you, Samuel. I don't have even the slightest inkling as to what an Agarthan device is.
He didn't say you had to know what it was, Marsden, just how to build it.
Trust me, guys. It won't be that complicated. In fact, my German pal says it's gonna be a Schlamm-Dunk.
It's one thing trusting you, Stu. It's a whole other thing trusting your imaginary brain buddy.
Russman, how can you even say that? He's the sweetest guy in the whole universe! He wants us to help save it! The universe!
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy.
I'm moved.
Ils vont chanter une chanson, les gars. $50 tu finis le premier mondial. Messieurs, dames, la mise à jour est censée être disponible à 19h. Peut-être qu'ils vont la lâcher plus tôt. Pour l'instant, j'ai pas de mise à jour, donc il n'y a pas de mise à jour pour l'instant. Mais la map est bel et bien disponible ce soir, messieurs, dames. Ultimis, Zombie, Richthofen. Waouh! Merci beaucoup, Matt. J'espère que vous êtes
The
hypés, le
madness
chat.
is nearly over, child.
On est bientôt à
But
250
one
likes,
thing
machin.
remains.
Wow!
The one who perpetuates this madness. He must be... I wish I did not have to ask this of you, but... only you can do it.
Salut Yakame, comment tu vas? On est 500 personnes, bienvenue tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Ce soir, dernière map de
Okay,
l'été.
so Craig, correct me if I'm wrong,
Ah, c'est pas
but
fini?
this is the first time that we get all three crews together, right?
Première fois qu'on a les trois équipes ensemble.
Together's a funny word.
Ah,
it's a really, really funny word. I mean, you know,
something like.
Careful. Yeah, I mean, they get to interact, which
Ils vont
we've never
interagir
really
ensemble.
done to this extent. But it's a different thing to what we did in Alpha Omega. I mean, if
c'est une chose
all
différente
12
de ce qu'on a
characters
vu
had been
dans
playable,
Alpha
I
Omega.
think that would have been impossible, and the script would have been up to here, and I just wouldn't have been able to do it.
Ok,
As
le
I say,
courant, il est juste là?
it's a more fun thing to do, to give Primus and Ultimus a completely different environment to exist in.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fun thing through the quest is, you know, Samuel Stuhlinger, you know, he's always got Richthofen in his head, no one else can hear him. So that
Stuhlinger a toujours
that leads
Richthofen
to
dans sa
some
tête.
comedy, but, you know, the other characters are actually kind of directed a little bit more by Nikolai. I mean, people who remember
Ils sont
Black Ops
dirigés
2
par
will remember
Nikolai.
that Maxis used to speak through radios and pieces of technology. There's a similar thing going on here with Nikolai as he tries to guide the characters through the main quest.
Il essaie de guider Victis tout au long du secret et récupérer la chose dont il a besoin.
One of the things that I think is really interesting, and I think people would appreciate a little insight into, is while all of us have a relationship with these four characters, you've also developed a professional working relationship with the VO actors that have brought them to life for so long. And so we've got what, Steve Blum as Dempsey, Nolan North, Richthofen, Fred Tatasciore, Nikolai, Tom Kane as Takeo.
Les VO, les voix originales de Primis et Ultimis, de Takeo, Dempsey, Richthofen.
Where we're at now, yeah, this is where it could get emotional. Where we're at now is a very, very interesting place.
C'est intéressant parce que
you know, we're not lying when we say this is the end of the line for Primus.
On ne ment pas lorsqu'on dit que c'est la
Victis.
fin de Primis Ultimis.
I'm really pleased, and I know the cast are pleased, that we've kind of gone all out on the last two maps. You know, we got all of Primus and all of Ultimus as playable characters. So they got to talk more than they ever did. And now in Tag putting them in that different environment where they're actually just talking to each other and stuff, and like I say, telling jokes and stories, that was something that they really, really appreciated. I mean, the song in particular was quite a challenge. Just the sheer volume of material that they have to get through. It's been weird,
des voix
because, you know,
il parle des
we've got
VO
to the
des
stage now
personnages.
where
Ils n'ont jamais autant parlé.
they know the characters inside out. The story's very difficult for them to understand, obviously.
Parce qu'ils connaissent les personnages comme jamais. Ils comprennent peut-être pas l'histoire, mais
but they
les
really, they're
personnages, oui.
so familiar with their characters that, you know, they had a lot of fun switching between Primus and Ultimus at those sessions.
Ils se sont amusés à switcher entre
Over the
Ultimis et
years,
Primis.
we've done Comic-Con stuff with them and everything, and it's, yeah, I've really got to know those guys, and the characters mean the world to them.
Yeah.
And that's what's made
Les personnages ont une grande importance
everything
pour les
we've done recently
Wolves.
very, very poignant. I got a lovely text
poignant.
of Tom Kane the other day that brought tears to my eyes.
Tom Kane, la voix de Takeo, lui a écrit une lettre à Greg Houston et il a pleuré avec cette lettre.
Well, to
Il
talk
lui
a
a
little
dit
bit
que
more
toutes les bonnes choses ont une
about
fin.
that end, we were able to catch up with each of the VO actors.
Voilà les acteurs, les VO,
to talk
les
a
voix
little
off
bit more about their roles.
des 4 personnages. Les voix off anglaises, bien sûr.
In the early
Tom
days, we
Dempsey.
didn't have as many lines. In fact, I think Tank was one of the first of our characters to speak.
Bien sûr, c'est les voix anglaises, hein, pas les voix françaises.
And so the sessions were short. It was just like a big burst of screaming, and we're in and out. And as we progressed along, there were more and more lines written for us, and especially in this most recent incarnation.
Nothing we've done compares to what we've just done. I mean, I've recorded tens of thousands of lines as Takeo. Originally, Takeo was almost comic relief.
Au début, Takeo était plus sur la comédie.
A very stereotypical character, as they all were.
Back in the day, when Tank was nothing but a meathead, yes, that was really fun to play. It was fun just to get that out of my body sometimes because I needed to. But the best stories for me are the ones where there's a little more depth, there's a little more exploration.
With the Alpha Omega map, the fans got more Richthofen than they probably bargained for.
Nolan North, qui fait aussi.
And as an actor, just being able to explore the two different versions of Richthofen, with Ultimus and Primus, it was a dream come true.
Ultimus is more ultimate. I know, I remember. Okay, here we go.
Going from
Nikolai
very
Belinsky,
drunk, loud, angry guy to sober guy, and then becoming a leader was a really interesting thing. And to see that in the other characters, and that Richthofen hands over the responsibility to me, to Nikolai, realizing that Nikolai has to be the one to carry out these tasks. It was probably one of the biggest character arcs I've ever played.
The characters are much more than ever before allowed to just be themselves.
When we got to sit around as friends and actually reflect on this journey that we have all
Ils ont pu s'asseoir tous ensemble et regarder l'aventure.
It was kind of a nice bow on a life well lived.
You know, I think Richthofen's journey through this world or worlds, times, ages, whatever you want to call it, this his whole being. It's been one of the most interesting projects I've ever had the privilege to work on.
Looking back on how the story has progressed, as Nikolai would say, all good and bad things must come to an end. And we really did need to have some closure on it. As sad as I am as a fan, and you know, we love doing this work, it's sad to say goodbye to it.
The changes that we've all gone through, at least for myself personally and professionally, have been surprisingly profound for a video game.
The different personalities that I was able to explore as an actor, the lines, just amazing lines that we've got to say over 10 years. It's just been fantastic. So it's been wunderbar, as the doctor would say.
Watching these characters grow and change, interact. I mean, yeah, of course you get, you know, a little emotional about is this the end?
I'm grateful to have been on this journey with my friends. And in life, they are my friends too. It's a family. We are this amazing dysfunctional family, and I'm
C'est fou de voir les acteurs parler du jeu comme si.
All right, Craig. So having spoken to those actors, let's come back to your work with the Victus crew as well.
Revenons sur le boulot que tu as effectué avec Victis.
Because I think all of them were
la partie de zombie est longue.
Because it's been quite, you know, we kept them alive in the comic, well, kind of alive. We kept them in stasis in the comic book.
On les a gardés dans les
and they'd been in earlier in the year. They'd done their stuff for Blackout, obviously, but I don't think they really expected to get the call.
Yeah.
So when they came in, it was really refreshing and fun to hear just how much is lived with them. You know, it's like Stephanie that plays Misty, you know, she's like, yeah, this is a character I get asked about. This is in my canon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Keith, who's Rossman, and Dave, who plays Stillinger, and Scott, who plays Malton. And yeah, it was a really fun energy because we hadn't worked with them for so long. We hadn't really written them for so long. So I think that helped, you know, shake things up a lot.
Fun to get the band back together.
Yeah, get the whole band back together.
Nice.
De réunir la
All
bande
right.
ensemble.
Well, for anyone that enjoyed talking to the Ultimus Primus crews, we will have a panel discussion featured by you. You had a chance to sit down with these guys and kind of talk through everything.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones fans will probably like a lot more than my silly old droning or Jason's cryptic nonsense or any of the other. It's nice for them to just see those guys as themselves because they, as I say, they've been a joy to work with. And these characters mean the whole world to them. So, it's very different to this kind of environment. You know, I'm wondering if there's things that they shouldn't have said that will watch last minute. Oh my goodness, because they respect their NDAs and stuff, but they don't know what they're allowed to say out loud or not.
Ils respectent le contrat qu'ils ont, mais ils savent pas ce qu'ils peuvent dire ou ce qu'ils peuvent pas dire.
The ad-libs that can come out of that guy's mouth make Richthofen look like a nun.
Yeah, they do. But that will be out in about 2 weeks. Carefully editing out some of those Nolan North gems.
Yeah. Dans 2 semaines, il y aura le panel avec les acteurs de Victis, Jason Blundell et Craig Houston.
Love to ask you for any sort of like closing remarks, comments for fans.
Est-ce que tu avais quelque chose à dire pour les fans?
Are we at closing remarks already?
Closing remarks.
Est-ce qu'ils sont en train de clôturer tout ça là?
Really, it's, you know, on behalf of everyone who's ever worked on zombies, and that's a lot of people over the last 10 plus years. I'd just really like to thank the fans for all their support and love over the years, because this has been the greatest professional experience of my life. I'm very, very proud of what we've done, and I hope that the community gets the closure that they deserve, shall we say, because going back to things like that stupid script, we've given it our all, we really have.
Yeah. Well, it's been a lot of memories, like even just being able to like join the VO crew at Comic-Con and you and Jason last year at San Diego.
It's been quite the adventure.
It has been quite the adventure, absolutely. All right. So with that, I believe that we brought our gameplay trailer for Tag der Toten.
Tag der Toten. It's funny, isn't it? Tag der Toten. You know how we started with Nacht der Untoten? Language is an amazing thing, John.
Words.
Words.
On va commencer par Nacht der Untoten et on finit par Tag der Toten.
I think I understand. I know why I am here.
On l'a vu au début du live. On l'a vu au début du live.
Of course this would happen to us! Calm down!
They're here! Just like I dreamt it! They're here!
Hold still, scum sucker!
The madness is nearly over, but one thing remains.
C'est joli ça, la phrase. Opération Dark Divide. Est-ce qu'ils ont fini avec le zombie?
After having covered everything that is undead, it is time to cover multiplayer, and to do that, we are joined by senior creative producer Miles Leslie and lead game designer
Tony Flame. On parlait du multi, messieurs dames.
Always love to be here, John.
Je vais vous tenir au courant. Si la map est disponible, je suis en train de checker à chaque minute
Dark Divide. And we're leaning heavily into the superheroes versus villains. Let's talk about how that applies to multiplayer.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, through all the operations and really thematically wrapping them, this one's all about superheroes against villains.
Donc là, c'est sur les super-héros contre les méchants.
It's a dark divide.
It is.
It's a dark divide.
It's a dark divide, right?
It's a dark divide.
The good guys, bad guys, who's good, who's bad, you don't really know, but it's pitting against these sort of over-the-top heroes. And you'll see that too, some of the characters are just over the top in terms of what the team has done. But we really wanted to lean into this. And what better way on the map is to go to an evil lair. Evil doer's lair.
Le shot, monsieur, c'est pas
You get to find out
who is good. I get to do that like once. Place your bets now. Who's good? Who's evil? You're gonna find out.
Well, I mean, let's talk backstories a little bit. I mean, like I always love sort of the map lore that you and the team bring to the table. You brought a map with us. We're going to jump into a build. I believe it's a map called Lair.
It is called Lair, and this is the Evil Doer's Lair. So again, all fibers of this operation and superheroes or civilians. We really wanted it to touch everything. Players have really responded well to that. So this is the ultimate bad guy, Lair. And what this is this evil organization called Arcadius. So we've come up with this evil doer.
C'est la map qu'on a vue dans l'introduction.
I'm gonna fly over just so you can see that this Mysterio. This is the head honcho. So you never see him. Very mysterious. Which one? So there's his pet monkey. And then there he's being very mysterious. So he watches you throughout the match, and we've added some cool VO where he actually taunts you and talks to you while you're playing as well. And this is part of the divide.
That's new.
Yeah, it's super new. So we've changed out some of the announcer VO to be this super bad guy. But on top of the thematic and kind of the lore of it, we really leaned into the gameplay of it and had some really interesting stuff. So there is a death laser, of course, because if you're in an evildoer's lair, you have to have a death laser. I mean, that's just...
Anyone got a laser.
But
it's
not
a nice
your
centerpiece.
You gotta have a death laser. So this thing, you can fire it
24 heures de live ou pas? Non, non, ça m'étonnerait qu'on
on
va faire la recherche du secret.
So this
which button is it?
The one
C'est le
that says
laser
fire
que tu
laser.
peux activer
Press
sur la
that.
map.
I'm gonna fly over there, and it shoots, and it goes and obliterates
Did that
someone.
just blow up a planet?
Yeah, you actually just blew up a city somewhere. Well, you know, whatever. You're evildoer.
Donc ça c'est le repère des méchants ça. Cette map là c'est le repère des méchants.
Around it too. Something we've never done before. This is a more smaller to medium-sized map. We've done a lot of larger maps across all the previous DLCs, and we wanted to
Salut, j'ai raté quelque chose, sinon c'est Let's Go le DLC 4. Oui, t'as raté quelque chose, que ça fait une demi-heure parce qu'on parle du zombie avec Reguston, on a revu Jason Blundell, on a vu du gameplay de la nouvelle map. La map sort dans 30 minutes, à peu près 30 minutes. Mais là on est en train de voir le multi, ensuite juste derrière c'est Blackout et juste que c'est fini. Boom. La map sort ce soir, il y a Camille, ouais. La map sort ce soir.
Crazy sort of tower of power where this is where the button is basically. This is like 3 or 4 stories higher than that, and the sense of verticality and engagements you're getting are just like we've never had it before. It's very different. It's very outrageous, and the only ways up here, which is very, very different, flying through, are elevators. So this is another super unique and cool thing. Is you come in with your squad, and this is really, it's funny because now you're getting people, wait for the elevator, let me get in, and you come in and press the button, take the elevator up, and now you're at the top area. Where we have a dom point up here that really forces a lot of the unique gameplay that we're having overall.
So for this particular area, it's actually, you might have noticed here this weapon. What is this weapon? This is new.
Oh my gosh, Tony, what is that weapon?
This is the Echo Hawk assault rifle, which has
c'est une nouvelle arme,
a very heavy assault rifle. It's actually got 2 barrels, so it's got a lot of firepower.
Elle a 2 canons.
At the cost of that, you're going to be it's going to be a little bit slower moving. It's kind of an AR LMG hybrid. So a lot of firepower, very fast firing, pretty strong, but yeah, a little bit slower to ADS, a little bit slower to move around. And it's great in areas like this. You're going to be able to get double extended mags on this for tons of bullets, and laser sight 2 as well. So it's really great in these close quarters where you don't need to be necessarily moving super fast, but you can have a lot of firepower in close quarters.
That's not the only weapon the team is bringing in.
Ce n'est pas la seule arme qui arrive.
That's correct. There are some others.
I believe the AN-94.
La N94.
What?
Finally!
Elle est pas belle, hein?
So we got some fan favorites here. This is a fan favorite from Black Ops 2, the AN-94. You can see its classic laser sights here. It's got the traditional mechanic on it, where the first bullet, every time you pull the trigger, fires at a faster fire rate than the rest. So you're rewarded for kind of
où elle est moche là. C'est quoi ce design dégueulasse?
A little nice reload animation. But yeah, you'll actually be able to fire faster if you got a fast trigger finger. But of course, if you want to just lay down that sustained fire, you can always do that.
Point d'exclamation DLC 4 quand il y a une question concernant le DLC 4, messieurs dames.
But yeah, fan favorite gun. It's got the standard kind of classic attachments that you'd expect for it from when we brought it back in Black Ops 3. So it's got a high caliber. There's no attachment upgrades on this. Very classic gun.
High caliber.
Okay, so I can show you one. Do you want me to switch to this class?
Gift that keeps on giving.
Well, yeah, Miles is awesome with the VMP, so he can show you that.
Next
time he spawns.
Yeah, so I'll spawn. But one of the cool things with this, and this Tony brings up with the weapons, but it's cool when the new weapons come in and we're play testing the maps. Is like that the dual one, right? Is like I can control a room now, and it feels very different than any other weapon that I've used before.
Ça pareil que l'ancienne. Mais le design de l'arme est différent, les gars, non?
Firing down, it feels different. It feels cool than a lot of the weapons that have been in there.
Le nom des armes, ça
but I
s'appelle
did
la
want to just show off
N94.
some of the other cool little Easter eggs. Is we do have this would be.
Ils ont montré la VMP, pas
As you
encore.
stroll around,
Ils ont montré la VMP?
Touch on sort of the creative that the team has invested. It's like when you talk about sort of backstory and lore and kind of what's being brought to a map.
Je sais qu'il y a la roadmap qui est là.
It's not.
Il y a la VMP, il y a le fusil d'assaut qu'ils ont montré juste avant, et la N94.
Yeah, we're going
il y a
all
3
in, and we really want to
Mastercraft
transport
et
you to
3
this
MK2
evil
dont
lair. So
le
it
Paladin.
does take place with a volcano
Paladin
behind you.
MK2,
Of course, he's
VKM MK2
into a volcano.
et Mouzou MK2.
He's got a great sense of style now.
This guy, I mean, Mr. Arcadius, he doesn't mess around with the money.
He's got a fashion sense.
So these are where he would, all the super agents in the world would be trapped. And of course, he's got his
Combien de temps ils vont rester sur cette map là?
It's all in, right? This is his evil logo basically.
C'est le logo
and this map's
méchant.
cool because it has a lot of interactivity. It's got the doors. It's got some cool vents for some sneaky
Elle a l'air
action.
pas mal, hein, la map. Elle a l'air pas
It's
mal.
got some water as well. It kind of has a bag of a lot of the cool things we've done across all the different maps thrown in overall. And it all works, which is really awesome and a lot of fun.
All right, another fan favorite here. You might recognize this if you played a little Blackout 3. This is the VMP,
la VMP, regarde.
one of the
on la voit là.
most popular and favorite guns from that game.
La
and it's
VMP.
got the classic, of course, iron sight.
C'est un peu plus reculé, peut-être parce qu'ils sont sur PC. Je sais pas, ils sont sur PS4, sur nos
it
clips.
feels a little different in this game. We've got new systems. We've got a different recoil system now, so it's got
Elle a un
a
recul
new
différent.
feel that feels very true to the gun and the spirit of the gun. But it's different than Black Ops 3. We're not going
Elle est différente de celle de Black Ops 1.
pull down quite as hard. It's not going to be kicking up to the ceiling quite as fast. But it's got its own different, unique handling on how you're going to want to respond to that recoil. So you get to kind of relearn the weapon a little bit while also staying true to its role, right? This thing's going to be nasty.
La VMP est insane, hein?
It's even got a pretty decent mid-range, but it's really going to drop off and it gets pretty wild. Yeah, a lot of fun running and gunning with this guy.
So from weapons to map design, what do you want people to keep in mind when they jump into it here pretty soon?
Ça fait une levée spéciale.
For Lair, and we'll talk about the second map as well that is going to come with the Dark Divide, is this one has a lot of mix of ranges. This is a smaller map, so it is going to be a lot of CQB, but like Tony was up, when you're up at that tower, long range can be dominated. You can dominate across the sort of half circles. It's got a good mix of a lot of different ranges. But you will be rewarded if you want to try to rush ahead. But again, you're going to have to get up to that tower, use the elevator. So there's a lot of balance. So hopefully players really experiment, I think, with the new weapons and in the map and how they can be successful.
Yeah.
You know, we always talk about moments, and like the fun factor of it is the best is going up in an elevator with all 5 of your squad. And Ajax is in front with his shield out, and you're basically all behind him, and he's clearing the room, and you feel like a badass, right? And you're using the equipment in new and interesting ways that you've never been able to use before. That's just pretty exciting.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Outrider's got to be my favorite. She's always been a personal favorite of mine. I've always loved the bow ever since we started it in Black Ops 3, so seeing her
obligatoire le personnage, j'ai bien peur que oui,
costume and
j'ai bien peur que oui.
Talents coming forth in this operation is pretty awesome.
They also, all the characters have,
à mon avis, il va arriver pour Blackout le show avec la casquette.
Hero names. I can't remember all of them, but it would be cool if, once we give it out. They're all inspired by something, and it's pretty cool if you like learn the name of them and why they are that, or why they're, again, good or bad and which side they've picked, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So in addition to Lair, you brought another map with you today.
Une autre map, Launch.
That is.
C'est Launch.
So we brought back fan favorite Launch from BO1. And we've redone it, basically, fully remastered, looking pretty awesome. But there's some specific stuff. I'm trying to load it as talking at the same time. But this ties to the heroes versus villains, right? Dark Divide. If you're a superhero, you're going to try to stop this Russian missile from launching, right, to save the world, right? So you get that good versus evil again, kind of in this remastered, kind of rethemed in that sense.
I thought we were talking about this map a little while ago, and I thought that you framed it up nicely, saying that like if you're going to be a superhero, like stopping a rocket.
On va tout tester aujourd'hui. On va tout tester.
Once we could click over to
dans 20 minutes, la fin de l'été, dans 20 minutes.
Really try to give an atmosphere that it feels dangerous.
Yeah.
And it feels like the rocket is going to cause some like heavy destruction.
Elle a une atmosphère différente de celle de BO1.
One of the really cool things about Launch was that the rocket did launch
Salut Albator.
during the match as well, and there's a lot of objectives.
On peut parler de Chronicles 2, ça m'étonnerait ça.
Bomb point under there, so there's a lot of interactivity.
Bien sûr, Tom. On est toujours prêt, Tom.
Strategic ways, which is really cool.
Yeah, big favorite from Black Ops 1, and even you can see with what Miles and the
team
are doing.
On voit pas changer la scène.
He's trying to create a lot of interactivity and just these cool moments, and it even goes back to Black Ops 1. We're kind of one of the first maps that we really started that on with the rocket, and there was just a concept back then about that was really, I think, where this map
it's
launched from.
Nicely done. Nicely done. This is some of the.
If I can hold back on the laser beams on their heads joke, I mean,
okay.
We actually tried to get that for a layer, but we couldn't.
Is there like a legal issue?
No, it was. I mean, you talked briefly about like the team, and it's like we had so many ideas related to the superheroes and villains that it was literally like, okay, we actually can't do it all, right? You know what I mean? It was like it'd be so awesome to do it, but then you go to the the FX anime guys and they're like, so you want me to hand animate a shark, and then it's biting you and shooting, and you're like, and you're like,
jusqu'à 19h, Julien. Ils vont parler de Blackout juste après. Là, on parle du multi, ensuite ils vont parler de Blackout, et ensuite le DLC sera disponible.
But this is really awesome. One of the big things that is different is we actually have the rocket basically loading during the match, basically, which is a huge thing that we didn't have before, because before it was in place.
Elle est vachement
stylée, and it's just really cool that you're fighting around it as it's loading. It feels epic. These gantry arms that the team, like, it really is loading it, and like all the mechanisms work. Like they really leaned into like, no, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it right, and this is how it extends. And I was like, you guys are awesome. I was like, just move the thing up, it's cool.
That seems like one of those like classic pet projects, which is like, no, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
There it goes.
That is how our art team rolls. Same is true for all the guns, even the ones that.
Je sais pas vous, mais moi j'aimais bien aller du côté de la fusée. Derrière, il y avait des petites plateformes que tu pouvais te mettre dessus. C'était insane.
Yeah. You know, you can see the gantry arms.
Je me souviens même qu'il y avait des out of map. Tu devais lancer des colis hors de la map et sauter dessus.
We wanted to bring back that feel of gameplay, but we did change the aesthetics. So we made this map basically. The sun is about to crest over the horizon, so it has this duality of day and light, and you can see kind of the sun is kind of hitting the top of the map and the top of the vista. And this is really cool because we haven't really explored.
C'est ni la nuit ni le jour, c'est le soleil qui se couche. C'est pas beau ça.
The sense of lights are on, the activity in the
map. There's
alarms going off, there's PAs going off.
Je savais qu'elle allait sortir car on la voit sur Classified sur l'écran sous-sol. Jean-Michel Ducaton. Merci beaucoup, Fan Zombie. Je sais pas pourquoi Jean-Michel, il n'y a pas d'alerte ce soir.
Crazy engagements.
Il va pas bien, il déprime aussi. Il déprime, c'est la fin de l'été, les gars. Merci beaucoup, Fan Zombie. Maximum de maps love pour Fan Zombie.
And then cutting down through the lanes, cutting down to the rock. It just offers so much variety, which is really exciting, and it plays very
Cette map c'est launch de Black Ops 5 et revient sur Black Ops 4.
En
combien de temps pensez-vous trouver le secret? J'espère en plus de 24 heures. J'espère que la map va durer au moins 24 heures.
For a night map, it's really well lit. There's lights everywhere to help with visibility.
Elle a l'air vraiment pas mal cette map. À voir comment est-ce qu'elle joue sur Black Ops 4, est-ce qu'elle va bien. J'ai hâte.
If you were a Black Ops 1 player, you'll start remembering how those engagements feel, the rhythm of going in and out of cover of these placements.
Ascension, ouais, oui et non. Ascension est inspiré de launch, mais c'est launch.
Black Ops 1 maps, they're really well scienced out.
Oh, elle est stylée la map.
It's pretty fun. Is for the team that's worked on this again. We've we talked about this before. It's like riding a bike, and people are like, "Oh man, I want to go find my camping spot," right? You know, and he's like, "That's what players love to do." Is like, "Man, I was so successful at that little corner," and other people are like, "I hate you. Don't use that corner." But we've left those things in for players.
Thank you.
To explore. You're welcome, Johnny.
And with the new arsenal of specialist abilities and equipment and score streaks and weapons and all the rest, that you can get to try a bunch of new tricks.
Yeah, the best is, when you talk about the specialist is Ruin being able to grapple out of the hole that you couldn't do before, or again, Ajax coming down with the shield and locking down the mid-area. There's just so much different play based on
Launch, c'est une bonne map pour du point stratégique, je pense. Point stratégique sur Launch, ça peut être pas mal. On l'a jamais eu, je pense.
The play space lends itself to a certain amount of player creativity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe you couldn't exercise before in the first Black Ops 1. But now all of a sudden you've got options.
I mean, there's people on the team that are so ridiculously good. They're like flinging from grapples and going across the map, and you're like,
ouais, ça va être une bonne map multi,
what are you doing? And you're like, that's outrageous, but they make it work. So I love shooting them out of the sky.
Well, I know you're going to stick around and talk about some of those gameplay sort of treats for Blackout. For now, multiplayer. Any closing thoughts for Operation Dark Cloud?
Est-ce que vous avez quelque chose à rajouter pour le multi?
It's a really fun operation with all of the specialist theming for the different superheroes. It's just a good
opération qui va être fun, qui va être drôle, qui va être insane, qui va être génial, qui va être formidable, qui va être
experience that. We got a bunch of new weapons that are playing really well. Both fan favorites and the new
nouvelles armes, trois nouvelles variantes MK2, trois nouveaux Mastercraft.
All right. Tony, we're going to let you go. Miles, if you could stick around, we're going to take a closer look at a cinematic for Lair when we come back.
Un cinématique pour la nouvelle map Lair, le repère des méchants. Hey, le skin qui est là, il est stylé, hein. Vous l'avez vu ou pas, un peu Dark Matter? Je sais pas c'est qui skin, mais c'est stylé, hein. C'est rare. Lui, là, c'est qui, lui? C'est Ajax? Ah non, c'est Prophète. C'est Prophète, 100% c'est Prophète. Il est stylé, Prophète, hein. Oh là là. Salut Romain, comment tu vas? Nouveau Marvel sur Blackout.
We still have Miles Leslie, but we have swapped out Tony Flame for one Mr. Matt Schrunt, lead game designer, gentlemen.
Ah, il a pas de casquette.
Welcome. Well, not you.
Happy to still be here, John.
Il est là, il est là.
Blackout? Superheroes versus villains in Operation Dark Divide. What's Blackout doing?
Blackout, messieurs dames.
This larger-than-life theme.
Like we just talked about with the MP, really trying to hit the operation hard across really all facets of the game. What we're super excited for Blackout is, one, going to this summer vibe for the map, the main map, hitting that blockbuster summer vibe overall. It's a cooler, hot day. That's going to be available across all the different modes. And
ils sont
on top of that,
c'est l'été, quoi.
Really got an awesome game mode, Heavy Metal Heroes. That's leaned super hard into heroes versus villains. What do we got, Matt?
Les héros contre les méchants.
Yeah, Heavy Metal Heroes. Super
the one thing you've got a build.
We do have a build. Take it away, John. I don't, does that work? I don't know.
Il est comique, lui.
Yeah, so we're in the map
now. Il est en mode comique.
Explain it.
I'll run around.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Pourquoi il est en mode
terrible anyways, Miles.
Oh,
sorry. Was that? Can we read it? No.
That's not true.
Sorry. So yeah, Heavy Metal Heroes we have here. First up, you're gonna kind of notice the cell shading comic book shader that we've applied.
Ah ouais. Okay.
Miles, you want to speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, so this is really exciting. So getting into the map again, summer blockbuster day, cooler day, and then how do you get the feeling of being in a comic book, being a superhero, being a villain in Operation Dark Divide?
Faire comme si vous êtes dans une BD, vous êtes un super-héros dans une BD. Ça, c'est un mode spécial, hein, les gars. C'est pas dans tous les modes. Hein. Les modes solo, duo, squad ne changent pas. C'est juste un mode spécial.
Over the top. And that's really what this mode is about. Heavy Metal Heroes is all about.
Ça s'appelle Heavy Metal Heroes.
Right? On top of the there's the motorcycle.
Il y a la nouvelle moto. Ah, c'est un nouveau skin en fait.
Which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So what we're looking here is with some of our what is that? Oh, let's go check that out.
What?
Let's head that way. Some of our vehicles have received a heavy metal upgrade. You could say.
Ils ont reçu une amélioration en mode super-héros tous les véhicules.
So I want to go find that, whatever that mysterious big heavy metal thing that dropped from the air was.
What's that?
Here's one of my favorite
guns. So, over the topness, we want you to feel like that badass, right? Summer blockbuster. And what's cool about that is we have sweet jumps across the entire map. So what you just saw there was literally a sweet jump. We've got these ramps in really cool areas. And they're really for style points, but what was funny is we threw them in there.
Moi aussi, je veux faire ça sur Blackout.
This is just fun. You're going to hit the car. You're going to go awesome. And then people start to use them in gameplay. People are jumping out of them and wingsuiting, killing people using rocket launchers. And we have the thrust in here.
Fallait mettre ta casquette, monsieur.
Yeah, which is outrageous. Is that you can thrust jump now. So people are
jumping out of
vehicles, thrust jump in, killing each other, grappling to vehicles. It's so over the top that it's pretty outrageous.
Yeah, so when we were kind of putting our brainstorming hats on what kind of mode we wanted to do for Heavy Metal Heroes, we actually started with kind of the thought of Hot Pursuit, right?
Ils ont pensé au mode.
You already feel like a badass.
Ils ont pensé au mode course-poursuite. So dans course-poursuite, tu te sens déjà comme un gars qui est insane, quoi.
We took that.
Badass.
We added more vehicles.
On a ajouté plus de véhicules. Et voilà le tank.
What is that?
Et voilà le tank.
What is that?
Nouveau véhicule, messieurs dames. Un tank.
So, yep, new for Heavy Metal Heroes, new for Blackout. Is a damn tank.
Donc le tank est sur Blackout et sur le nouveau mode aussi.
So tanks, you can get one of two ways.
Can you take that jump?
I mean, you can. It's not advised.
C'est pas conseillé de prendre le saut avec le tank. Hein.
So the tanks are super fun. Been having a blast with those in playtest. But you can gain access in one of two ways.
Tu pètes le véhicule en un missile.
Two tanks that get dropped per collapse.
Deux tanks qui sont droppés par
So be
tempête.
on the lookout, look to the skies for those. And then also we've introduced a new piece of equipment for Heavy Metal Heroes, which is the flare gun.
Nouvel équipement, le flare gun, le...
Yeah. So,
comment ça s'appelle
It's a strong word, John.
Yeah.
Flare gun, là, le flare
no, but
gun.
there are up to only 2 flare guns in the match.
Il n'y a que
at any
2
given
flare
time.
guns dans la partie.
So they're going to be fairly rare.
Ils
But
vont
if you
être
do find
extrêmement
one,
rares.
fire it up in the sky.
Si tu en trouves,
and then
tu le tires dans les...
your Uber will have arrived. In the form of a tank.
D'accord, donc il y a 2 guns, les fusées là, les fusées rouges que tu envoies dans le ciel, je sais plus comment ça s'appelle en français, mais les flare guns, il y en a seulement 2 dans la partie. Si tu en trouves un, il suffit de tirer dans le ciel et un tank, pistolet D13, voilà. Et un tank va arriver pour toi directement à tes pieds. Il y en a seulement 2 dans la partie.
So immediately you kind of think of, how do I deal with a tank? Right? What is this?
It's like you're reading my mind right now.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's like you're in there.
The tank. How do I kill it? So you can shoot the tank.
Tu peux tirer sur le tank.
SMG here, not going to do much. You might as well punch it.
Tu peux donner des coups de des mêlées. Fusée de détresse, c'est ça.
This time around.
Le jetpack.
But the one that's really important for Heavy Metal Heroes is a operator Hellion Salvo variant. It's badass. Which is the new purple launcher. Right, we've not had attachments for the launcher in Blackout. And
on a un Hellion Salvo opérateur.
We said, you know what, we probably need to look at how do we make that a little bit more interesting? How do we make that chase a little bit more fun? So you'll be able to find in supply drops or stashes the operator Hellion Salvo.
Dans les caisses, vous allez pouvoir trouver l'Hellion Salvo opérateur.
We've got fast lock on.
Qui verrouille plus vite.
High explosive damage.
Dégâts explosifs augmentés et plus de roquettes. Si tu peux mettre la main sur le nouveau Hellion Salvo opérateur, ça peut être pas mal.
It's also an engagement driver, right? Which is always super fun in Blackout. You know,
Plagiat Battlefield Firestorm pour les véhicules.
Something like Bounty Hunter, where you've
c'est pas Battlefield qui a inventé le tank, mec. Mais ouais, c'est pas Battlefield, les gars, faut arrêter. Quand il n'y a pas de contenu, vous râlez parce qu'il n'y a pas de contenu. Quand il y a du contenu,
yeah, like Matt said, you're gonna hunt this thing down if someone gets it.
Prenez ce qu'il y a, les gars. Prenez ce qu'il y a. Voilà, il y a des mises à jour, il y a du nouveau contenu, prenez.
We're gonna take it. Oh, I didn't do it, did I? The reference.
And then you know, you've got the thrust jump, you've got the sweet jumps, you've got the heavy.
À mon avis, les exosquelettes. À mon avis, les exosquelettes, c'est uniquement dans ce mode spécial. Dans Metal Super-Héros.
And you've got people with their operator Hellion salvos firing at the tanks and the vehicles. And you've got you know, players thrust jumping over that.
C'est ça. Donc l'exosquelette, les gars, c'est uniquement dans ce mode. C'est pas dans le mode normal, les gars.
Because that is the epitome of Heavy Metal Heroes.
The coolest thing too, with just to touch on the thrust jump that we haven't talked about, is even if you don't find that launcher and there is a tank running you down with the thrust jumping, what I love is kind of,
mais il faut le Hellion Salvo va être primordial maintenant. Le Hellion Salvo va être primordial. Franchement, ce mode il va être fun. Ce mode va être extrêmement fun.
Get into these really fun, frenetic fights because of the thrust jumping and all the different vehicles. It's the main thing is when we play test it and everyone's hooting and hollering.
Le même exo que Bio3 en plus.
You've accomplished something because it's maximum fun. It's over the.
Franchement, ce mode il va être génial.
Really, when it comes down to it, John, we're here to have fun.
It's true, even though that sounded like it was.
Ils ont dit, on est là pour s'amuser, ils vont hors de la zone.
There's a lot of times when we have an idea or we start working on something, it's just not fun.
Toujours pas de mise à jour.
That happened once. Worst time ever. Right?
It was. We don't talk about that.
It's just that one time.
Yeah, just one time.
You know, it takes a lot to be able to stop working on the stuff that's not fun instead of trying to keep pushing it through. And then, you know, then you get a chance to work on something like Heavy Metal Heroes. Oh, you made it. Nice.
Sweet human jump.
So, you know, I mean, you look here, we're just having a blast, just running around by yourself and jumping up on the houses there.
And, pas de nouvelle ville. Je sais pas, ils ont pas encore montré la map.
The map, the level design team created this, and we set out to make Blackout a very organic
ce mode-là, les gars, avec l'exosquelette.
So thrust jumping just kind of adds on to that flavor because you can get anywhere you want to already. Now you're going to be able to get there a
Ce
little bit
mode
easier,
avec l'exosquelette, ça va être le feu. Hein.
It's outrageous, but it's awesome.
D'aller pouvoir chercher les campeurs sur les bâtiments, bim bam boum.
Aïe 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 aïe. Zombies variety.
Ah, des nouvelles armes zombies dans Blackout.
Getting too excited.
Le canon de Zeus peut-être.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to have two new zombie weapons.
Deux nouvelles armes zombies.
The Savage Impaler, which is a faster firing crossbow of sorts.
De Dead of the Night.
And then we've got the Winter's Fury, which is a
Et
hand
le pistolet de glace de Classified.
Okay. Find those in mystery boxes near you.
Dans les boîtes mystères.
Supplies limited.
Just wanted to come back and ask the question if there are any sort of rotation plans for LTMs.
Yes.
Est-ce qu'il y a des nouveaux modes
super exciting for us,
durée limitée?
In that regard is the concept of a Blackout mosh pit.
Blackout mosh pit, c'est pas mal ça.
Friends are familiar with the mosh pit concept of
pas mal ça, Blackout mosh pit.
Several game modes contained to a single playlist. Why is that super exciting for us on the Blackout side of the game? Because traditionally, as players know, we rotate limited time mode and LTM.
D'habitude, il y a un mode par semaine, un mode à durée limitée par semaine qui change, qui bouge. Maintenant, il y aura une playlist, Blackout Mosh Pit, où il y aura tous les modes à l'intérieur. On va pouvoir juste lancer Blackout Mosh Pit, on va avoir un mode au hasard. Ambush, Close Quarter, chasseur de primes. Beaucoup de monde, c'est bien ça, c'est un buffet.
Yeah, details to come on when we're going to roll that out. But yeah, high level.
C'est pas encore disponible. C'est pas encore disponible.
In the game at one time. So hopefully
c'est pas encore disponible.
More people, more happy.
Ils vont nous avertir quand est-ce que ce sera disponible. Mais Blackout Mosh Pit, ça peut être pas mal. Hein. Pedro est content. Ah, des différentes versions d'Alcatraz.
Having too much fun, but I'm going to put this down. Yeah, so for Alcatraz, we wanted to hit. We wanted to hear.
Des nouveautés pour Alcatraz
as well, right? So we're going to bring back the day version of Alcatraz.
La version de jour d'Alcatraz sera revenue.
So we got to work out what that actually is on the release schedule. But the plan is, you know, hey, we can mix in the night version and the day version and bring in some of the horde and some all these different again.
Okay,
so many cool modes.
Un mosh pit Alcatraz en fait.
There's so much fun to be had across them. Is really how do you introduce and get a maximum fun across all of them is the thing. And so that's like, hey, let's put Alcatraz more into play. Let's put the big map into play. All these LTMs, the mosh pit, just kind of giving players the chance to play all of those cool things, basically.
As this stream winds up, players will literally begin the process of downloading and jumping into the game. What are you most excited for them to experience?
Quelle est la meilleure chose à... Est-ce que vous êtes excité pour quoi, les gars?
I mean, since I'm here to talk about Heavy Metal Heroes, I'm super excited for them to combine all of the elements that we've introduced in Heavy Metal Heroes, and I really want to see the craziest, most chaotic kind of moment. I'm picturing a frozen moment in my head.
Ceux qui disent que la magie est là, les gars.
Thrust jumping over tanks and rockets and mortars and helicopters and boost jumps. That's what I'm looking forward to.
All right.
It's going to be awesome.
Boost jump.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Before we sign off today, just wanted to run through a couple thank yous. Some people who have made today's production and all of our live streams possible. First, want to thank all of our guests for making time to join us on the stream today, as well as all of our spokespersons, all the Zombies team who shared their insight. Also wanted to thank Steve Blum, Nolan North, Fred Tadashore, available for those special behind-the-scenes moments. And I wanted to thank the Treyarch Communications, Treyarch Studio Communications group, Tommy, Ben, Foxy, Steph, and our friend in the audio department, one Mr. Lee Staples. No one would hear us without you. Also, big thanks to the production crew for getting builds ready today, and to our partners at Good Dog Media for helping along the way with some filming. Also, some very special thanks to share for some friends at Activision. Wanted to thank one Mr. David Cushman and Nevin Dravinsky for being instrumental in really helping to pull together today's interviews with the Zombies VO cast. Also, wanted to give a shout out to Noah Sarid and our partner Ivy Eisenberg for helping to herd cats and make all of those interviews possible. Last, but certainly not least, wanted to thank you, our community of fans, for tuning in and for playing all of our operations,
de vous être
including
connecté et
Operation
d'avoir
6,
joué à toutes nos
Operation Dark
opérations.
Divide, which should be downloading now. Thank you. See you online.
See you online. Ça y est, le nouveau pass de combat est dispo. Tag Death Totem est dispo, les gars. Tag Death Totem est dispo. What the hell? What the hell, madame? Tag Death Totem est dispo, les gars. Ouais, Tag Death Totem est dispo. Hein. Laissez-moi le temps de télécharger la map et on va lancer le live directement sur Tag Death Totem, messieurs, dames. La nouvelle map zombie va commencer, la recherche du secret va commencer. Let's go, baby, on va regarder ensemble déjà le Black Ops Pass. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dedans? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans le nouveau... comment dire? Dans le nouveau marché noir. Le nouveau marché noir, on va regarder ça ensemble, messieurs, dames. Donc si vous êtes hype pour la nouvelle map, on va commencer. Hashtag hype, messieurs, dames. Let's go, baby. La map pèse 5 gigas, messieurs, dames. La map pèse 5 gigas. 5 gigas, messieurs, dames. J'ai bien dit 5 gigas. Je n'ai pas dit 4, mais bien 5 gigas, la nouvelle map. Ça va être insane. Ça va être huge. Comment ça, 8 heures restantes? Eh, me fais pas ça, là. C'est pas possible, 5 gigas en 8 heures, tu me fais des blagues, là. Tu me fais des blagues, là. Ah, normalement, ça doit être quoi? 15 minutes, tout en plus, à tout casser. À mon avis, ça doit bugger, parce que j'ai le jeu lancé, déjà. Regardons ensemble. Wesh. Pas encore dispo en Europe. Ah, bah tant mieux les gars. Moi je l'ai les gars. M'en bats les couilles de vous. Regardons ensemble le nouveau marché noir, messieurs, dames. Voici le nouveau marché noir de Black Ops 4. Voyons voir ce qu'il y a. Est-ce qu'il y a des nouvelles armes? J'ai hâte de voir. J'espère qu'il y a la N94, la VMP, je sais pas. Messieurs, dames, voici le nouveau marché noir. Avec les nouveaux paliers, Jean-Michel, mets-moi une musique qui me hype, mets-moi une musique qui me donne envie de danser, quoi. Voilà, là, ça me donne envie de danser. Nouveau marché noir. Un petit porte-clés poisson, hein. Ça on aime, les gars, on aime les porte-clés. Peinture de visage de ruine. Ah, ça c'est intéressant, ça. Ça c'est intéressant, oui, madame. On a un starter pack ici avec Malton, ben, bien sûr qu'ils mettent Malton, hein. Concours de gifles. Ah! 1000 points code pour son placement fait quand tu DL la map. Ah, bon ça, Smoking Style. On a quoi d'autre? Pour l'instant, tout ce qu'il y a dans le marché noir, c'est nul, hein, pour l'instant. Hein. Pour l'instant, c'est nul. Hein. Certainement pas. Ah, premier skin super-héros. C'est le skin de Outrider. Pas mal, vraiment pas mal. Hein. Palier 15. Les autocollants, franchement les autocollants les gars on en a marre quoi, c'est... Oh ça c'est stylé ça, ça c'est stylé comme emote hein. Ok, palier 20 on a une emote stylée, ok ça on s'en fout, des autocollants, des cartes de visite on s'en balèque. Ah on a la virtuose de la VKM dans le pass de combat, qui est un camo hyper stylé, je sais pas vous en pensez quoi mais hyper stylé hein. Hyper stylé hein. Encore des autocollants. Encore tout ça, ok. Nouveau skin pour ruine, qui est bof. Encore des autocollants encore et encore, hein. Nouveau skin pour ruine, bof, vraiment bof, hein. Soulagement. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Autocollant à gogo. Nouveau skin pour batterie. Qui est pas mal, voilà. C'est pas non plus le skin le plus fou, mais il est pas mal. La vague, bien sûr. Voilà, on kiffe, hein. Encore des autocollants. Nouveau skin pour ruine. Flamant rose. Bof, peut mieux faire. Encore des autocollants, nouvelle emote. Ok. Nouvel effet de mort. Ok, pas mal. Un peu en mode électrique. Et on a un pot de vin ultra au palier 50. Donc c'est 50 paliers cette opération. C'est 50 paliers. On n'a pas la date de fin. 50 paliers, ça marche. On a un nouveau pack avec Malton. L'inventaire, ok. Boutique de Blackjack. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de nouveau, messieurs, dames? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de nouveau? Peste noire. C'est quoi, c'est là? C'est la virtuose du... Encore une virtuose de la GKS? Oh là là, en plus, elle est stylée. Hein. Aïe, 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 elle est stylée. Hein. Aïe, 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 la GKS, elle est stylée. Hein. Vous en pensez quoi, le chat? Mais c'est 1900 points code, hein. C'est cher de fou. Hein. Oh. On a Stullinger en personnage qui est encore dans les caisses, là. Oh, la GKS, elle est stylée. On a le skin de Spectre, oh, qui est stylé aussi. Hein. Le skin de Spectre qui est vraiment stylé à 1800 points code. Les packs sont chers. Hein. Le skin de Seraph dans les caisses. Aïe, aïe, aïe. On a le camo incandescent. À quoi il ressemble, le camo? Ouais, pas fou. Pas fou, pas fou. Pas fou. Et on a le paladin MK2. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Ça, c'était sûr. Hein. Il est pas stylé, en plus. Il est nul. Hein. Il est pas beau. Hein. Il est pas beau, il est pas beau. Hein. On va regarder le... l'aperçu des réserves. Line 94. La VMP. VKM MK2, ça c'est celle que personne ne veut. Hein. Personne ne veut cette MK2. Hein. Mastercraft du Cap 45, vraiment pas mal. La S6 Stingray qui est vraiment pas mal aussi. Ça avait été teasé il y a un bon moment déjà. Et la Mastercraft aussi du Rampage. Mozu. Ah, c'est beau ça. Oh, c'est beau. Ah, il y a des camos qui sont pas mal. Hein. Combien de nouveaux porte-clés? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, lui il est dans les caisses. Ça marche. Lui aussi est dans les caisses. Nomade, le loup-garou là. Ça c'est stylé le skin de 0. Hein. Le skin de 0 est vraiment stylé. Aïe 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 aïe. Aïe aïe aïe. Messieurs dames, vous savez quoi? On va ouvrir un pot de vin tous les deux. On va ouvrir un pot de vin, vous et moi. Parce que je sens qu'on a une relation assez proche. Je sens qu'on est assez proche, monsieur. Je sens qu'on est assez proche pour ouvrir un pot de vin tous les deux. Tous les deux, vous et moi. Dans le pot de vin, je peux avoir soit la MVKM, non, soit la VMP, soit la N94, ou soit le nouveau fusil d'assaut. Quelle arme voulez-vous, le chat? Vous voulez quelle arme, vous êtes en mode, je veux quelle arme? Dites-moi quelle arme vous voulez. Parce que moi, je sens que je vais avoir la N94. J'ai envie d'avoir la N94. Jean-Michel, roll out, musique, let's go, baby. Non, une autre musique, Jean-Michel, une autre musique, c'est une blague ce que tu me mets là. Messieurs, dames, j'ai envie d'avoir la N94. Allons-nous avoir la N94, messieurs, dames? Dans le premier pot de vin. J'en ai 3 des pots de vin, donc forcément on va l'avoir. Mais le but c'est d'avoir dans le premier pot de vin, d'avoir tout de suite la N94. J'ai toutes les armes disponibles déjà dans le marché noir. Et la N94, on va l'avoir ensemble dans la première caisse. Il est temps, messieurs, dames, de dire hashtag AN94 dans le chat. Je vous mets 5 secondes avant d'ouvrir la caisse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, baby. La N94, c'est maintenant. Une chance sur 3. Tant pis, c'est la nouvelle arme. C'est la nouvelle arme, messieurs, dames. On a eu la nouvelle arme. Bon, vous voulez que je vous dise quoi, hein? Vous voulez que je vous dise quoi? On a eu la nouvelle arme. Bon. Ouais, c'est tant pis, les gars. C'est tant pis, hein. La nouvelle arme, elle est où? Virtuose bandit, vide, on va mettre ça. C'est un fusil d'assaut, il me semble. Hein. Ecomax à double canon. Elle est là. Regardez-moi ça. Pas mal, hein? Pas mal. On a certains porte-clés dessus. Bim. Certains effets de mort dessus. Ok. Je ressens vraiment à une VAPR mélangée un peu avec une ICR, messieurs, dames. Fais gaffe, la map, on peut pas télécharger la map. Mais si, on peut télécharger la map, les gars. Ça, c'est parce que vous êtes chez vous, là. Bien sûr que si, on peut télécharger la map, messieurs, dames. T'as eu de la chance, Mr. Waffle peut pas la download. Les Américains peuvent rien prendre. Ah ouais? Mais si, c'est parce qu'ils savent pas comment faire, voilà. Mais les gars, c'est bizarre que j'ai 6 heures. Hein. Logiquement, il devrait être dans 15 minutes. Je vais essayer de faire reprendre le téléchargement. Messieurs, dames, merci de nous avoir suivis pendant ce live qui était insane. Je vais vous donner directement le prochain lien. Est-ce qu'on peut offrir des subs? On peut pas offrir des subs. Ça bug. Non, mais le téléchargement bug chez moi. Le téléchargement bug clairement chez moi. Alors. Deux secondes. On va partir en recherche du secret, messieurs, dames. On va partir en recherche du secret. Donnez-moi 2 secondes. Jean-Michel, tu peux leur dire de se taire là dans le chat? Merci, Jean-Michel. On vous a dit de vous taire, le chat. On vous a dit de vous taire. 2 secondes, le chat, hein. Tag d'Air Total est disponible. Recherche du secret. Et découverte de la map. Hashtag Black Ops 4. Quel hashtag on met, les gars? Hashtag zombie. Hashtag ferme BO4. Ouais, c'est vrai, je vais fermer BO4. Tu te calmes, Abzouné. Vous calmez-vous. Vous m'avez vu faire avec mon double. On essaie de redémarrer le téléchargement. Ouais, ça va plus vite. Hashtag zombie, hashtag BO4, hashtag ma vie c'est de la bouse. Non, c'est pas ça qu'on met. Programmé pour plus tard, lundi 23 septembre, directement à 7h25. Importer une miniature personnalisée. Bien sûr, la miniature est déjà prête, messieurs, dames. La miniature de Tag d'Air Total est déjà prête. On va se retrouver sur la map dès maintenant. La map est disponible. Vous pouvez télécharger la map pour l'exclamation DLC 4. Je vous mets le lien, messieurs, dames, parce qu'on va laisser cette rediffusion comme elle est. Parce qu'on a regardé le live de Treyarch qui était insane. On fait le truc ou de là. Sur le prochain live, t'inquiète pas, le temps de télécharger la map, je vous mets en place. Vous inquiétez pas, vous inquiétez pas, vous inquiétez pas. On va être premiers mondiaux, messieurs, dames. Regardez-moi dans les yeux. On va être premiers mondiaux. Est-ce que c'est clair? Est-ce que c'est clair qu'on va être premiers mondiaux, messieurs, dames? Oui? J'espère que c'est clair. J'espère que c'est clair. Je vous mets le lien, messieurs, dames. On se retrouve d'ici 5 minutes. Le temps que j'aille chercher un petit verre de lait, hein, un petit cookie, tout ce qu'il faut, le temps de télécharger la map. Les nouveaux modérateurs vont être annoncés sur ce live et la nouvelle map va être disponible d'ici quelques minutes. On va découvrir la map, on va regarder qu'est-ce qu'elle donne, on va faire du gameplay dessus, on va faire du sale et on va être premiers mondiaux. Est-ce que vous m'avez entendu qu'on va être premiers mondiaux, oui ou non? Je sais pas si vous m'avez entendu, je sais pas si je l'ai dit assez de fois qu'on va être premiers mondiaux, messieurs dames. Oui ou non? Je veux vous voir, je vous mets le lien dans le chat. Je vous mets le lien dans le chat, je vous demande d'aller sur ce live parce qu'on va faire du sale, de mettre un like dessus et de mettre hashtag. Choisissez le hashtag. Choisissez le hashtag. Choisissez le hashtag. Allez sur ce live, on se retrouve dans d'ici 5 minutes du long maximum. Le temps de faire toutes les préparations, d'aller chercher des petites framboises. Le lien du live est disponible. Allez mettre hashtag beau gosse. Voilà. Hashtag beau gosse dans le chat et on va se retrouver dès dans 5 minutes. Merci beaucoup d'avoir été là sur ce live pour la découverte du nouveau trailer de Treyarch. D'ici 5 minutes, les modérateurs sont annoncés. Je vous prenez soin de vous. Le skin de la licorne, on peut le mettre sur le fusil d'assaut. Non, uniquement sur la GKS. Le live est disponible dès maintenant. Allez-y. La miniature est dispo. Allez mettre un like parce que la recherche du secret va commencer d'ici 15 minutes. A tout de suite, messieurs, dames. Ciao, bye bye. Faites des gros bisous, c'était Mazel, ciao, bye. Au revoir. Allez sur le lien, les gars. Allez sur le lien, dépêchez-vous. Dépêchez-vous. Allez mettre un like et allez mettre hashtag beau gosse. Allez hop. Hop hop hop. Ciao tout le monde. La bise, à tout de suite dans 5 minutes. Vous êtes insane. Fumez la vie. Ciao tout le monde.